nature is absolutely critical to fighting climate change. The water level represents the stock or the pool of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases that have accumulated in the atmosphere. So the inflow from the tap represents the flow of those emissions when we burn fossil fuels or when we chop a tree down or when we burn a tree. And then the plug, the drain coming out, is essentially the sequestration or the removal of those emissions from the atmosphere through things like forests and oceans and their capacity as a sink. Carbon budget, which is something scientists have defined, is about 500 gigatons of carbon dioxide to have a 50% chance of staying within 1.5 degrees. So beyond that point, we believe that there will be kind of catastrophic impacts of climate change. Between 2 and 4 trillion of dollars a year of subsidies that are driving the destruction of nature.
The land base that we use to actually produce the food, fiber, and fuel that we use in our daily lives are so critical.
We need to stop the flow, reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. So that's fossil fuel emissions. It's also emissions related to land use and land use change. And then we need to pull the plug. So we need to protect and also enhance the capacity of those sinks.
We've seen from the west coast of Africa, where countries such as Senegal are putting in efforts in rebuilding their mangroves, not only to defend themselves from the rising waters from the coast, but also to provide them food and nutrition, particularly women who rely on the oceans for their livelihood.
In the 2030 climate commitment, Indonesia includes positive measures on adaptation, mitigation, and resilience based on natural climate solutions. For example, in the forestry and land use sector, Indonesia has set up an ambitious target by 2030 to restore 2 million hectares of peatlands and also rehabilitate 12 million hectares of degraded land. The next important step is implementation.